I spent 17 days going through over 200 machines to find the cheapest ones that actually make money for 9-5 workers. I found three. Each machine costs less than a weekly grocery run. For each one, I will show you what it is and the exact steps to start from zero. And machine number 3 surprised me the most. It looks like nothing, but the profit numbers behind it are hard to ignore. Let me start with the machine that has the lowest startup cost of all three, and the most emotional demand. Think about this. Right now in America, there are over 1 billion undigitized family photos sitting in shoeboxes, attics, and storage units. VHS tapes of weddings from the 1980s, baby videos from the 1990s, home movies nobody has watched in 20 years. Most families know these exist. Most families do nothing about it. Not because they do not care, because they do not know how easy it is to save them. That is where this machine hustle comes in. Digital memory archiving means you use a simple scanner and a VHS to digital converter to turn old physical memories into digital files people can watch on their phones forever. You are not selling scanning. You are selling people the ability to hear their dead grandmother's voice again. That is why this hustle has emotional pricing power that most businesses never get. And here is the part that shocked me when I went through 200 machines looking for this. The device that makes this possible costs less than a dinner for two. After studying over 200 machines across 17 days of research, the entry setup for this hustle is one flatbed scanner between $69 and $129, and one VHS to digital converter between $25 and $45. Total startup cost $150 to $250. That is it. No warehouse, no employees, no storefront. Here is what makes this hustle recession proof. In tough economic times, people cut streaming services and gym memberships. But nobody cancels saving their childhood memories. It is an emotional service, and emotional services survive every economic cycle. Legacy Box, a company doing exactly this, generates $40 to $100 million per year. They started in a basement. The entire business is built on one fear. Families are terrified of losing irreplaceable memories to mold, floods, and time. The local version of this business wins every single time because people do not want to ship their grandmother's wedding tape to a stranger across the country. They want someone they can hand it to directly. That local trust gap is your competitive advantage. Here is exactly how to start from zero. Buy a flatbed scanner and a VHS converter from Amazon. Practice on your own family photos and tapes first. This gives you before and after samples immediately. Then post in local Facebook groups and Nextdoor with this exact message. I help families digitize their decaying photos and tapes before they are lost forever. Local, private, and fast. Charge 30 cents to $1 per photo and $20 to $35 per tape. Offer 3 delivery options: Google Drive link, USB drive, or printed photo book. Add AI photo restoration as a premium upsell using free tools that colorize and sharpen old damaged photos, and charge 3 times more for restored images than standard scans. One weekend job handling 20 tapes and 300 photos can bring in $700 to $1,100. And most clients send referrals because the emotional impact of what you deliver is something people talk about. This channel goes 17 days deep into research so you do not have to. Real data, real machines, no recycled advice. If that is worth something to you, hit subscribe right now. That is Machine 1. Emotional demand, low startup cost, local trust advantage. Now let me show you Machine 2, and this one takes a completely different approach. Instead of serving families, you walk into businesses, and the math per client is significantly bigger. Most people walk into a restaurant and never notice the little sign on the table telling them to scan for the menu. But after going through over 200 machines in 17 days of research, I noticed something. Someone made that sign, and that someone is getting paid. This machine hustle is simple. You buy a small desktop laser engraver between $250 and $600, and you use it to engrave QR codes onto metal table tents. Then you sell those tents to local restaurants, bars, cafes, salons, and hotels. Businesses that need permanent, professional-looking QR displays for their menus, Google reviews, Wi-Fi, and social media. Here is the number that stopped me mid-research. One restaurant order for 30 metal table tents at $30 each is $900. Your cost per piece is $3 to $8. That is one client, one evening of production, and over $700 in profit. Paper and plastic QR tents die every 2 to 3 months. They get dirty, torn, and spilled on. A restaurant paying $20 for paper replacements every quarter is spending $80 per table per year, just to maintain something that keeps looking cheap. Your metal tent costs them $30 once and lasts forever. You can literally use this math in your sales pitch. This pays for itself in 90 days and then costs you nothing for the next 10 years. But here is the angle most people selling this hustle completely miss, and it is the one that makes restaurant owners pull out their wallet immediately. A restaurant with 50 Google reviews and a restaurant with 500 Google reviews are not the same business, even if the food is identical. More reviews mean more customers found through Google search. Every metal table tent with a QR code pointing to Google reviews is a passive review machine running 24 hours a day. When you frame your table tent as a review growth tool instead of just a sign, the conversation changes completely. Here is exactly how to start from zero. Buy an entry-level desktop laser engraver and practice on cheap metal blanks first. Create 3 sample products: a menu QR tent, a Google review tent, and a Wi-Fi plus social media tent. Take high-quality photos of all 3. Then walk into local restaurants during off-peak hours and show the owner your samples. Say this: right now you are losing Google reviews every single day because you are not asking at the table. These metal tents do that automatically. For 20 tables, that is $400, and it pays for itself in 1 week of extra customers. Start with packages of 10, 20, and 30 units. One solid client per week on evenings and weekends adds $2,000 to $5,000 per month to your income. Most cities have laser engravers making craft items for Etsy. Almost nobody is walking into restaurants with a business case. That open door will not stay open forever. Machine 2 serves businesses with repeat orders and high ticket value. But Machine 3 goes somewhere completely different. Somewhere most people have never thought to look for money. And when I found this one in 17 days of going through 200 machines, I had to double check the numbers because they seemed too good. Here is the machine that surprised me the most in 17 days of research through over 200 options. It is a small metal tank about the size of a lunchbox. You fill it with water and a little cleaning solution. You drop in dirty jewelry. You press a button, and 5 minutes later, something that looked like a $2 garage sale find looks like it belongs in a jewelry store window. That is an ultrasonic cleaner, and the business behind it is one of the most underrated money plays I found in this entire research process. The technology inside this machine is the same technology used by professional jewelers, medical clinics, and dental offices, and you can buy it on Amazon for $60 to $150. Here is how the business works. Every weekend in America, thousands of estate sales happen. Families sell the belongings of someone who passed away. Jewelry, watches, rings, chains, bracelets, all sitting in boxes looking dull, tarnished, and dirty. Most buyers walk past them. They look worthless. They look old. They look like garbage. They are not garbage. They are gold, silver, and vintage watches covered in 50 years of skin oil, lotion, and dust. And an ultrasonic cleaner removes all of it in 5 minutes. After studying over 200 machines, the numbers on this hustle are clear. You buy a dirty ring at an estate sale for $5. You clean it for 5 minutes. It now looks like a $60 ring. You list it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace with a before and after photo. You sell it for $60. Your machine costs $70 to $150 total and paid for itself on the second or third sale. But flipping jewelry is only one income stream from this machine. The second one is even more consistent, and almost nobody is doing it. Local pawn shops buy jewelry and watches every single day. Most of that inventory sits in display cases looking dull because nobody cleans it systematically. A simple offer to the pawn shop owner, I clean your entire display case inventory for a flat monthly fee, gets you a recurring B2B client without any estate sale hunting. One pawn shop relationship is consistent monthly income from a machine that fits on your kitchen counter. And here is the content angle that most people completely miss. Every single cleaning session is a 30-second video. Disgusting tarnished ring goes in. Sparkling ring comes out. That before and after video is one of the most satisfying formats on the internet. Post it on TikTok or Instagram and it markets your service for free. The machine earns money from sales. The content earns you reach. Both happen from the same 5-minute session. Here is exactly how to start from zero. Buy an ultrasonic cleaner between $60 and $150 from Amazon. Fill it with water and a small amount of dish soap or jewelry solution. Practice on your own old jewelry first. You will immediately see the before and after difference and have your first content piece. Then visit your first estate sale using estatesales.net to find one near you. Look for the ignored jewelry box, the messy pile in the corner that nobody is touching. Negotiate a bulk price. Bring everything home. Clean each piece. Photograph before and after. List on eBay and Facebook Marketplace. Use the profit to buy more inventory the following weekend. So here is what we covered. 3 cheapest machine hustles for 9-5 workers. Digital memory archiving, a scanner and converter that turns decaying family photos and tapes into emotional high-value digital files. QR code metal engraving, a laser machine that sells permanent branded tablets to local businesses as a review growth tool. And ultrasonic jewelry restoration, a $60 tank that reveals hidden value in estate sale pieces most buyers walk past. All 3 start under the cost of a weekly grocery run and work on evenings and weekends without touching your 9-5. Now you have machines. But the next question most people never ask is, what do you do with the money these machines make? Because earning more and keeping more are 2 completely different skills. If you want to see 3 proven ways to turn that machine income into something that grows, watch this video next. It shows you exactly where to put your first $100, so it works for you the same way these machines do. I will see you there.